I'm gonna make this quick. I was on Facebook the other day, and there was this page that I went to, and this was a recent post. It was like only 5 hours old. And this is what I can't understand. These two, Russell Wilson and Ciara, have been married for the last what? Have been together at least for the last what? 3, 4, 5 years? And there's still people, particularly men, and let's be honest, most specifically black men, who to this day still will not cut these two, especially Ciara, a break at this point. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them ones that was suspect on Ciara in the very beginning. I was one of them. I'm man enough to admit that. But as time gone on, these two have won in life. Maybe her career ain't popping like it used to be, but it don't matter now. She's actually improved herself. You know, Russell Wilson still got a good career going in the NFL, and she's actually improved herself in life. And not only has Russell Wilson taken on the kid that Ciara had with Future as his own, I believe they got two other kids biologically with each other. So at this point, I don't understand the hate. I mean, and there was one guy in particular, I remember the post, because me and one of Club Atlantis' members of the Nature Girl 30, we talked about this, and it's funny. He said and I'm going to use the exact quote. He said she's but not wifeable. She's been married for the last few years to this guy. And if there was something scandalous going on, I think it would have came out by now. The way things are. And here's my thing. If Ciara was so scandalous, and at one time she may have been, but best to my knowledge, Ciara's only been with 3 guys. Little Bow Wow, 50 Cent, and of course she had the child with Future. Future the baby maker, but that's a whole other issue. But those are only 3 guys we know about. And this is what I don't understand. I see so much whenever Ciara comes up, especially in fan boards and stuff involving black people, especially black men, the hate is just palpable. And I'm like, why? I don't see them going this hard on, say, Mary J. Blige or Jada Pinkett Smith or Alicia Keys. And there's a lot of white women that crack that list too, like Madonna or like Leanne Rimes, Alyssa Milano, just to name a few. And many men, I'd be all day naming the men. Yet I don't see the same hate. And the women that I did name, I mean, okay, Alicia Keys, her body count, but the way she went about getting her now husband Swiss Beats was treacherous. Leanne Rimes was one of those things that, hey, sometimes, but the rest of them were like treacherous. The rest of them were treacherous. And I said Melissa Milano earlier. No, I take that back. That actually was the other chick that used to be Rope. I think her name was McGowan. Yeah, the McGowan girl. That's the one that was treacherous. Not to mention Kristen Stewart. So to me, if you're going to go in on Ciara, whose body count ain't nowhere near as high as some of the women I named, or her acts, her moves were nowhere near as treacherous, you got to go in on all them too. But I don't see the hate for them. And narrowing down to black women and going back to the sisters I named, I don't hear this much hate for Alicia Keys or Mary J. Blige, just to name a couple. And their moves were way more low their moves were way more low than what Ciara did or has alleged to have done. So at this point, unless something new and fresh comes out, it's time to let it go, folks. It's really time to let go of the hate. And it's really all about jealousy. Because here's a woman supposedly that was the so-called video hoe. But guess what? At some point, she decided to change. And change for the better. And there's some penalty because she did that. And then like Russell Wilson's a simp. Russell Wilson's a simp. No. Much as it pains me to say this. No. Will Smith is a simp. Russell Wilson, you can't really call him a simp now. You can't. If she was pulling like little sinister stuff and he was putting up with it and stuff, then you would have a case. But that ain't the case. Or at least nothing that we know of. So you really can't call him a simp. You really can't. So, my thing is, in my opinion, it's time for people to let go of that hate, man. Let it go. Let it go, man. I'm out.